next is nailing this.
Alright, so we are at Home Depot.
Doing a craft.
Doing a craft. So she's building something right now. We're building a bird. I wonder if it'll be able to fly.
Think you can do that?
Doesn't look like it.
What? She just threw it.
You need 4 little nails.
You get it in there?
Yeah.
And you need a hammer.
Alright, we're gonna see if we can put this thing together. We just walked in, they were doing this. I forgot they were doing this today. No. What you doing now? She got her base done right there. And she's painting the feet.
You gotta let the
Dang it.
And then she's got to paint the face and the beak. But she doesn't want to use the sticker, so we're going to do it that way.
I'll use the stickers.
Oh, okay. Well, then we don't have to do the head. We just use the sticker for that. All right, there's a completed project. Yeah!
When Daddy squirted all the paint on the chair.
Well, I wanted to make sure we had enough.
Okay.
All right, so we've got all our fittings and everything because we got to weatherize the camper today. She's carrying the pipe, trying not to hit anybody in the head. I was looking at this. I know when I was growing up, my Uncle Tony, he lived in one of these. That's just so crazy. It looked just like that, but he had a bed and everything in his. That's all right. That really takes me back. So I had to lunch with my girls. Mommy's got to go back to work though. We're trying these chicken sandwiches. It's got what, pickles and chicken and bread. I mean, it's spicy chicken. It's just a chicken sandwich. Oh, let me turn this around on me. I don't see any big difference. It's just a chicken sandwich. It tastes good. Nope. Chicken sandwich. Basically, you get you the spicy tenders and throw a. You're saying no? You don't think it's like a spicy tender?
It's bigger than their spicy tender.
Well, it is. I mean, okay. So it's like what the spicy tenders used to be like. It is pretty spicy though. It's I think it's a little spicier than the spicy tender. So yeah, that's about the difference. But
And those amazing pickles, whatever kind of, they're not regular pickles, whatever kind of pickles those are.
you think they're different?
And whatever spicy
I know it's got my
mayo
mouth
that
lit
is.
up.
There's a reason I got ranch sauce.
Yeah, it's lighting my mouth out pretty good.
I'm right here.
Oh yeah, and she's just having tenders, regular tenders. All right, we want to finish up having lunch, and then we gotta get to the house and put all that stuff on the house when we get home. So yeah, we just do a chicken sandwich. Try them out. They're all out and about again. Yeah. Now we're using her house to burn everything. We've got our piles of pine needles we're throwing into the middle of this. This is actually working out really good. I'm glad you built this. You and your friends. I got a little pile over here, the big pile in there, and then we just keep throwing more on top. And the pine needles keep falling. We've got we're sending out smoke signals. No, we haven't been able to get to working on the Mazda. No, we haven't even been able to get over there to do that. We ended up talking to a neighbor for a little bit, talked to a couple other friends a little bit. So we haven't done a whole lot.
But we got this done.
Yeah, this is something we needed to do. We need to get that whole pile right there. We wanted to get this burning pretty good before we started throwing that wood. It's a little bit wet from all the rain. Plus it's been covered like that. So we want to get that in there so we can get this all burnt and out of the way. We bought all that stuff from Home Depot to be able to redo the water line and set everything up properly. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that today. We're going to find out though. But yeah, oh look, all the smoke's right here. Time to move over out of the way. Oh, we've been steadily burning. Still got a pretty good smoky fire going on because all we're doing is burning pine needles. But we got from right there, all that raked, all of this raked. These were really wet, so we stacked them like that so that they can dry out. Maybe next weekend we'll be able to throw them in here and burn that whole pile there. But we got all this raked. Basically half the yard got raked all the way to the right in that middle area here, right here, from all that this way except on that side. So we still have pretty much where you can see all that green and brown, this line right here that way, but not all the way to the pool. It's just to the fence right there. We got to get all that done. Really want to get all that done, that way we can stop a lot of the acid from the pine needles getting into the ground. Maybe next year the rest of the grass will grow in, and that's what we're kind of hoping for, and get this straightened up little by little, make it more of a homestead. You know, that's what we're trying to do every day. We didn't get to put the pipes in tonight, or the covers on the pipes. I'm hoping maybe in the morning I'll have enough strength to get up. I'll have to put on something really warm because it's gonna be cold, but put on something nice and warm and get out here in the morning. Kathleen's gonna go to the babysitters because I gotta leave at noon for work, so this will be another weekend chalked up that I haven't been able to get to the Ranger. But these are necessities. This stuff has to get done, so I have to do that first. So yeah,
I'm on Band-Aid up.
She had an accident, spill on her scooter. She was riding around, and I don't know, what'd you do? I mean, really?
So I had the scooter. I was pushing, then I jumped off and ran, and then slid, and then I accidentally turned and slid and scraped my knee.
Oh, so you ran alongside of it and then tried to jump back on?
Yeah.
And it didn't work?
And missed, and my foot slipped off of the scooter, and I kind of fell and slid.
And she cried just a little bit, but she's pretty tough. Just a little bit. We got it cleaned up, so she's good. But all right, you won't see her in the morning, but hopefully this will be all burnt. That way, if it's not all burnt, I'll have it put out before I leave, of course. And talk to you guys in the morning.
This week's video.
Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon, almost. It's 12 o'clock. Got everything that we wanted burned already. Like I said, we got that pile back there so that it can dry out so we can burn it next week. But pretty much everything we put in there is already burnt. And then we have been busy. I haven't been able to get the running water tapped in.
But we've got something to show you.
Yeah, we have something to show you. We did do the water pipes that are on the camper. We already wrapped them with foam insulation, not the rubber insulation, but the foam insulation. We got all that covered up underneath there and taped. And then we started working on the skirting. Well, what we decided, I think it's like a 3.5 mil plastic that we used Gorilla Tape to hang it. Here, let me show you. So we did the, and then I cut two little slits right here. That way we can get to the to the waist. See if she can put her hand in there, Mommy can put her hand in there. Mommy's usually the one that does it, Gina. And then we use the Gorilla Tape to go along the edge all the way around. We went ahead and included the pop out because, I mean, if the wind blows underneath this, it's actually going to take heat away from that. And it was easier to go around this than it was to try to go around everything underneath there. And what we did was we ended up at the bottom, we put bricks on the backside and kind of wrapped the plastic around them, and then put tape to kind of seal them in a little bit on the underside. That way, if the rain actually is going to go underneath it, it's not going to get trapped up in the plastic, and that'll make it work out a lot better. So we've already gone about halfway across the front, and we've got that all taped in and bricked. But this is a good start for this week. We'll end up, I want to put the water line underneath there. I want to redo this. I want to take the filter and put it underneath the house flat against the belly. I'm also going to put a spigot run out to the side, on the side of the house over here. Because right now we've got a splitter there. One goes to the house. This one goes over to, all the way around up and over the tire and to the hose right there.
Yes, it goes under right here.
Yeah. But I want to get rid of all that. So then that way we can just run a spigot out the side right here and be able to have a spigot just right there. That'd be a whole lot better. And then we'll insulate that and all that pipe underneath there. That way we can just hook the hose up right here and be done with it. And I think the way I'd like to do that, I'd like to make it so that it can just about be permanent on the trailer, so that if anybody else in the future, if we end up selling this and somebody else buys it to be able to live in, then that'll already be underneath there. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes, whether I'm going to be able to do that or not. And I know I want to get underneath there. But that's it for this week. We didn't get anything done. Like I said, here's the we didn't get any more primer on there. We didn't get any more sanding done on it. So that's 2 weekends down that we didn't do nothing to the Ranger. All right. So, but all right, please subscribe. Thumbs up for finally getting something done on the house, and some of this stuff cleaned up. It's looking a whole lot better around here. The closer we get to cleaning all this up and making it feel like an actual home, the more it'll be comfortable around here. And we'll talk to you guys in the next video. See you later. Hopefully I can do a midweek video. We'll see what happens. Later.